Welcome back everybody, it's Jacob the Skateboard Mentor. In this video we're going to talk about the unnecessary spending habits that we have and really what it's costing you. So first what I'm going to do is just lay out a basic list of the top things, the hottest things right now, like alcohol, nicotine, poor subscriptions, those sorts of unnecessary spendings like eating out, and really so we can take an idea of what it is costing us. So just the big ones. We'll start with alcohol. A case of beer or a bottle of wine or a handle of vodka. These things where it may not seem as much, $10, $20, but if you're doing them once every Friday, sometimes more a week, that can add up. So we're just gonna call alcohol on the safe side $20, I would say. And it's one case of beer that if you go out on a Friday night with your friends, okay? Now, a really popular thing right now is nicotine, the e-cigs, the pods. A pack of Juul pods is like $15 to $20. So we can just put nicotine at another $20. Some of you are smoking cigarettes every day, maybe 2 packs a day, pack and a half a day, and that's crazy, not just because of your health, but because of the money. You do whatever you want with your health, but you're letting your money go in the drain by smoking every single day. And you'll find out what this, just an e-cig costing $20 will do. So next we'll do eating out. If I go to, I really love Chick-fil-A. I probably said this a couple times in the past videos, but Chick-fil-A, if I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm spending $10. I'm getting 2 chicken sandwiches and some fries, maybe a drink. So easy $10, if not more. Let's just put it on a safe side and say $10. So if you're not going to the grocery store, if you're not budgeting money per month for groceries and knowing how to cook, especially maybe if you're living at home with parents or with roommates, it's much easier to just eat out. So $10 a day is not a lot to put on here, but we're going to, and I'll mark this. This is for the week. This is for the week, and this is gonna be daily, okay? Let's see what else we have. Alcohol, nicotine, eating out, the subscriptions. I'm talking Netflix, I'm talking Hulu, whatever you're spending, YouTube Prime, Pandora Premiere, whatever they call it, where you don't have ads listening. You're paying the $60 for the year, or $9.99 a month, right? So what are your subscriptions? That I'm gonna say ranges in between $15 to $50 per month. Okay? $15 to $50, whether it be a Netflix or multiple. So I'm just gonna stop it there, and I want to show you and break this down what it's really costing you. Not right now, because these are all short-term instant gratifications, right? You go and buy a bottle of wine, pop it open, and it's a Friday night, you buy a pack of Juul pods, they're at $40, doesn't seem like a lot, but what is it really costing? So I'm gonna show you that right now. Got a calculator here. So what we can do is just take a look and see. $20 a week times 4. What do we have? $80. That's a month, right? So $80 a month. Again, this is conservative. These are conservative numbers, very low numbers for these very popular things that people are spending their money on right now. So $80 a month times 12, you're looking at $960 a year. Okay, let's do the same thing. $20 a week in nicotine, a pack of Juul pods or whatever you call them, and $80 a month. And then you've got $960 per year. Eating out, $10 a day. I mean, we can just skip through this, clear this out. $10 a day times 7 times 4, right, for the month, 7 days, 4 weeks, times 12, 3,360. If there's 365 days in the year, you could just do 365 times 10, get about the same number. So this will go to $3,650 for the year. And the last one, subscriptions. We can just compare both. So 15 times, what's this, $15 a month times 12. You're looking at anywhere between $180 a year to 50 times 12, $600 for the year. If we get a total of these, you can see where I'm getting at with this. $960 from alcohol for the year, times 2 with the nicotine, plus the $3,650 in eating out, plus and your subscriptions. Let's just go anywhere in between. Let's just call it $450. $6,020 per year. Per year. Now let's look at this and say that's 1 year. The past year, I'm assuming you've wasted about that much money. What can that money turn into in just 5 years? You know, we're in 2021. 2016 was not that long ago. 5 years goes by so quickly. If you did some basic mathematics, what's 5 times 6? That's right, that's 30,000. Exactly, you're looking at, what was that number? 30,100. In 5 years, 5 years, your total spent on just alcohol, nicotine, eating out, and subscriptions would be $30,100. 30,000. That's not mind-blowing. I don't know what's mind-blowing. You know, so if you don't have money, if you don't have the things that you want to have in your life, if your lifestyle is not up to par where you want to be, if you're not living where you want to live, hanging around the people that, you know, aren't bringing you up, take a look at what your unnecessary spending is. Stop going out with people. Successful people aren't going out every weekend. They're working to be successful. They're having their money work for them instead of giving their money away to restaurants and buying clothes. And like, you don't need a $200 belt. What you need to do is put the $200 into an account and have that grow and compound, right? So this, you know, this does not include so many unnecessary spendings. And I don't know what yours are, but I know a lot of people drink and smoke, especially teenagers. Like I said, those little pods, they cost $15, $20. Why do you think they're so expensive? Because they're addicting. $20 every couple days, you're just blowing hundreds of dollars a month. And it's just ridiculous. Eating out, I mean, 10 is such a low number where you're spending $3,650. That could easily be doubled and you're spending $7,000 right there, just in eating out. $7,000 to $10,000 a year just in eating out at these restaurants, okay? So there's 4. What I want you to do is lay out yours. Maybe you have less, maybe you don't drink, maybe you don't eat out, or maybe you just have 4 other ones or more, right? So lay it out. What does it cost you per day, per week, per month, and year? And then I want to see what it's costing you for 5 years. You know, if you're 15 years old right now, if you're 20 years old, 25, 30 years old, in 5 years, look at what number you could have in your account. This is a deposit on a home. This is an investment into a rental property. This is a lot of money that you can start a business with, right? Or purchase land, anything that you would want to do. Look at the amount of money that you could have. And then if you could discipline yourself for not just 5 years, but 10 years on these bad habits. You know, we spoke about bad habits before in the previous videos. Your bad habits are costing you what? Time or money. And you have to figure out which ones those are. And obviously this week we're talking about finances. What are those bad habits that are costing you money, and figure it out? Because in 10 years, $60,000, that's a lot of money. That's more money. This $30,000 is more money than most Americans make in a calendar year, okay? And to have that in a bank account and say, I've got $30,000, I got $60,000 to do this with, that's a good feeling. And that is what's gonna jump you ahead, to be able to invest that and double it. You know, when you start small in these very tiny accounts between $500 and $10,000, it is very hard to duplicate and multiply your money. Now, if you're sitting on $30,000 and you can just throw money into something and invest, you can turn that into so much more and have yourself that cushion to kick off your economic career. So how do we get rid of these things? Well, again, they're bad habits. We must be disciplined and replace them. So if you are always going out with your friends and spending $100 on the weekend, what can you do instead of that? Like picking up this course, like reading, like going out and not spending money, free activities, okay? Going out is not bad, it's just the habits, and you don't need to spend money to have fun. Maybe stay at your house or your friend's house and just like not go out. Because you're going out, you're spending money in gas, you're spending money in the food, in the drinks, in tips. It just adds up, especially if you're doing it multiple times a week, multiple times a month. You can see what it's costing you. So I'm assuming you have a list. We all have a list. Now it's time to just figure out what that number is, what it's costing you, and then you're gonna have to ask yourself, am I willing to be disciplined and sacrifice this instant gratification for long-term success? Do I want Hulu? Do I want to binge watch Game of Thrones or Netflix, whatever, now? Or would I rather have $30,000 in my bank account in 5 years? Do I want that cheeseburger and shake from In-N-Out? Or do I want a home in a couple years? Do I still want to be living with my parents, hanging out with my friends? As a 25-year-old, 30-year-old that's working at a 9-to-5 job making $13 an hour, that has 18 bad habits that's costing him all his money? Or do I want to be financially free and independent and not relying on anybody else? This is what's going to get you there. Discipline, taking action, realizing that you have these things in your life that are either wasting your time or your money, and changing it. So instead of watching 2 hours of Netflix, what are you doing in that other 2 hours? Because you can't just say, okay, I'm not gonna do any of these and I'm gonna save all my money. No, whenever you have that urge to go out, put that money that you would spend in your savings account. Whenever you find yourself scrolling through Instagram, change it and pick up a book. So relate your goals and your targets that we talked about in the week 1 and 2 to your bad, unnecessary spending and your bad habits. How can you replace with good habits in your life, right? We go back to that saying, if you want your life to change, you have to change. So your routine that you have right now is not gonna be the routine if you want a different life. So wake up at a different time, go to sleep at a different time. Maybe take a faster shower, or take a cold shower if you're always taking hot showers. Go to the gym, be healthy, hang out with different people, find a new group of friends. You are who you hang around. Join a group or a study online. Pick up a course on Udemy. All of these are options for you that maybe you're not doing right now. And again, I don't know what your goals are, but you should be writing them out every day in your targets, whether that be your goal for the month, your goal for the year, 5 years, your targets to get you there. So what are those targets? Those targets that you should be doing should be replacing these negative bad habits so that you're not wasting time and you're not wasting money. These are little things that you can be doing right now to increase your net worth. I'm not selling you to go out and make sales for me. I'm not hiring you on. I'm not telling you to go ask your boss for a raise. I'm just showing you what you're doing with your money right now that's wasting you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime that you're just giving away. be disciplined, make the change. There's two pains in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. You have to choose your pain.